Hello Pixie Doll, welcome back to my channel. Today we are getting into Coffee Coven Chat number 3. I've really been enjoying doing these, and it's going to be a little bit of a different talk today. Next week is my birthday week, and on Monday, and you know, birthdays have you thinking about endings, beginnings, things in life. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my spiritual practices around birthday times, so you can save this one for when your birthday rolls around. I'm also going to talk a bit about pro-aging and embracing my Crone era. And yeah, I don't have a script for this, so we're just gonna see where it goes. So I'm gonna just talk a little bit about embracing getting older before I get into some magical practices I like to do around this time of year. I'm very pro-aging, which I think is against the grain at the moment. So there's a lot of anti-aging things going on. There's a lot of products, there's a lot of procedures, there's a lot of young people getting very concerned about looking older really young, like in their 20s, even in their teens, which to me is very, very crazy. So my birthday is May 12th, and it's this coming Monday. I think I'm going to post this on Sunday the 11th, so my birthday will be the day after you watch this, maybe. And I am going to be turning 42. I'm very open about this, don't mind saying how old I am. I love birthdays. I love embracing being another year older. You're wiser, you've had more life experiences, you've learned lessons, you've grown in the last year. So if you're someone who's afraid of birthdays or dread them in any way, please stop it. Stop it. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate everything you've done to get to this milestone. You've made it, another cycle around the sun, and you're here. So if that's not something to be celebrated, I don't know what is. People fear aging, and I think it's just sad, to be honest. It's a little bit sad, because every year you're older is another year you survived. And if you're not getting another year older on your birthday, you know the alternative. You're dead. So why are we not all just super happy and ecstatic to celebrate our birthdays? Why is society as a whole so anti-aging? Especially when it comes to women. It's frowned upon, it's looked down upon. You want to try and look as young as you can for as long as you can. It's fine. I'm trying to say this in a way that it's fine to want to look younger, to want to look your best, to want to feel your best. But I feel like it's on another level at this point, where it's not just about looking your best, feeling your best for you. It's about some outward appearance to please society, to please people in general. And I think we need to just stop that and just do what we're gonna do for ourselves, and to really, like I said, celebrate getting older. It's really a gift, and it should be celebrated and appreciated as such. It's the greatest gift you can get, is to get another year older. So with that little rant out of the way, like I said, I love getting older. I am fully embracing my Crone era. I'm not there yet, but I'm happily taking the journey towards it. I'm happily learning things every single year, gaining knowledge, growing, changing, evolving. My practice is growing and changing and evolving, and it's so much more fulfilling and rewarding than it was when I was 20 or 25. So if you're still in your 20s, don't be afraid to get older. Be excited. Be excited for the journey you're going on. Be excited for every lesson you're going to learn, in all the different ways you're going to evolve and grow as a person. It's magic, honestly. Life is pretty spectacular. And I've always been pro-aging. I've always been super excited to celebrate my birthday. I've never had an issue with getting older. A lot of people have troubles at, say, 25 or 30 or 40. I've never experienced that. I've always been really happy to celebrate my birthday. But it is amplified 10 times since having cancer. And if you follow me on Instagram or my blog or wherever, you probably already know that I had breast cancer, and I was diagnosed at 34. And I'm fine now. And blessed and grateful, and I'm healthy. It's fantastic. But at 34, I was diagnosed with cancer. And I remember thinking when I was going through my treatments, somebody was talking about, I can't remember, somebody was talking about something about being 40 years old or in their 40s. And I remember thinking, I hope I'm here when I'm 40. And I tell you, that is a powerful thought to come into your head. You're faced with your mortality, you don't know. And when you get some sort of diagnosis like cancer or whatever, you don't know. You don't know what the future is going to hold. Maybe the universe and things will come together and you'll be here in 5 years. Maybe that's not your path and you won't be here in 5 years. And you know, there's another journey for you to take. But being faced with it and really having that thought, like, I hope I'm here in 5 years. We take for granted that we're going to be here in 5 years, but maybe we won't. I'm just being completely blunt and honest here. There are no guarantees. So ever since going through my cancer journey, I'll call it, I look forward to birthdays more than ever. And I hope that you can look forward to birthdays in that extremely excited way without having to have something negative in your life happen, because we really need to learn how to appreciate things more in general as a society. Not just birthdays, but all the things that life presents us with. So there's that. And as always, I'm going to be turning 42 and I am so excited to celebrate my birthday next week. So I want to talk a little bit about things that I do within my magical practice that I like to do around birthday time, because, you know, we're ending a year, we're starting a new year, so it seems like a good moment to do some extra self-love magic, some extra care, some extra reflection and rituals around that. So what are some things that I like to do around my birthday? And like I said, save this video. If it's not around your birthday, save it for later, and then you can come back to it and give yourself little reminders of some things maybe you'd like to do at your birthday. So 3 things I like to do that helps me reflect, that helps me gain a little bit of extra wisdom and insight and clarity for my year ahead. I always like to do a card reading. It's something that helps bring kind of into focus my year ahead and gets me thinking about what I want in my year ahead. So this one goes along with my next one. But yes, a card reading, very important around birthday time to see what messages the universe, spirits, your inner voice want to share with you, and where it is you want to be headed in the next year, what might be coming your way. So I like to do that. I also like to do a journaling session as part of the reading. Usually I'll do them at the same time. So I'll do the reading first and I will make notes, I'll write things down, and then after the reading I will reflect on it. I'll reflect on anything that came up for me during the reading, and I will kind of make a path for where I see my life in the next 12 months. Where do I want to be by my next birthday? That kind of thing. And I always turn it into a ritual. I will light a candle, I will burn some incense, I'll bring some crystals into my space, that kind of thing. Probably have some sort of favorite beverage that I've put intentions upon while I'm doing it as well. So that's one aspect of birthday magic I like to do. I usually also do a check-in with my numerology around my birthday. I'm very into numerology. My number is 11, and if you care to share, let me know your numerology number down in the comments. I would love to know. I would also love to know when your birthdays are. So leave your numerology number, leave your zodiac sign. I'd love to see them. So I like to kind of reflect on that and remind myself, even because I don't look at numerology stuff as often as I do readings or say astrology. So I like to remind myself about my past number and what is coming in that regard, what year I'm on. I like to remind myself of that as well. So there's those are some things I always like to do around my birthday. And then I also always like to do something to do with kitchen witchery, because I've mentioned it in other videos. It's a big part of my practice, and I'm gonna treat myself, and I'm going to have some foods with love energy, with joy energy, with success energy, I'm going to try and incorporate some of these things into my birthday food. So I'll usually include something that is focused on self-love intentions for the year to come. And also, if I can, I like to do something that is focused with an intention that I really want to bring into my life this year. So maybe I want to bring in more happiness overall, or success with some goal, something like this. So I'll usually do a couple things in a day. I like to make myself cookies. Cookies are probably my biggest treat weakness. I can hardly say no to a cookie. I love them, so I like to make myself cookies on my birthday and infuse them with intentions of just love and joy and happiness, all that good, feel good energy. Then I might do something like pancakes for my birthday breakfast and put intentions of wealth into them. Or I'll do like a green smoothie for success in the year to come, something like that. So I always like to do that on my birthday. It's very, very focused, very specific for things I want to bring into my life in the next year. So then the other thing I like to do is usually something focused on self-love, self-appreciation, just for me, for all that I've gotten through in the last year, whatever may have happened. So I might do something like a special birthday ritual bath, or I might do some scripting and turn that into a ritual where I script out my dream life at this time next year on my birthday. Where do I want to be? What will my life look like? So those are two things I like to do. I might do a self-love spell jar type of situation and then keep it on my altar space or somewhere else that's prevalent that I can see all the time. And then throughout the year, when I feel called, I will add little things to it to keep giving it energy throughout the year until my next birthday. I don't do that every year, but I've done it a few times. So I usually choose something. It's not the same every year. It's how I feel. It's what kind of mood I'm in. How the energy feels at the time, but I will incorporate something in. Doesn't have to be on my birthday day, but just in that birthday week. These are just things I do within the birthday week, because yes, I do like to celebrate a birthday week, because one day there's just not a lot of hours in a day. And you need a little bit more time sometimes to get all your birthday celebrations in. So sometime throughout the birthday week, I will do these things. And sometimes I'll do just one, sometimes I might do multiple things. It depends, it depends on what's going on and what I feel called to do that year. And then, of course, we always like to feel a little bit extra put together and be extra special, extra pretty on our birthdays. So I'll incorporate a little bit of extra kind of beauty magic or glamour magic into my routine. So I'll make sure to choose something that I'm gonna wear that makes me feel good and makes me feel strong and aligned with, my highest self, aligned with how I want to be showing up. And I might use some anointing oils that day that are a little bit special. I might wear certain crystals that have the energies that I want to invoke in the year to come, things like this. And all of that stuff is pretty organic. It's just what I feel on the day. But I like to do at least a couple of those kinds of things. Maybe some extra mirror affirmations or extra enchantments on my makeup that day, something like that. Like I said, my practice, I've said this in other videos, my practice is really organic, so I don't do the exact same thing all the time. But I kind of feel like maybe I'm rambling a little bit, I'm not sure. I do hope you're getting some good ideas though for some birthday magic when yours rolls around. Anyway. Another thing that I like to incorporate, and this may sound like a lot, but like I said, I do them all throughout the week, so it's not like I'm trying to fit all this in one day. I do a cleansing of my energies, and that I will usually do actually on my birthday, because I feel that it's important to do that one actually on my birthday day. So I'll do a cleansing, which I do semi-regularly anyways, but this one has a little bit more focus and intention to just really clear away any negativity, any limitations that I've been carrying with me over this past year that I really haven't been able to let go of. We all have these things. Sometimes limiting beliefs can take years to get rid of. Sometimes we have moments in our life where we just talk to ourselves more negatively, where we are really hard on ourselves. So on my birthday, I like to really focus on releasing anything that I feel has been coming up for me more in recent times or over the last 12 months. So that's something else I really like to do, and I think is important for stepping into your new year with refreshed, revitalized energy. And then one of the other things I like to do is I like to set myself one very specific intention or theme. Maybe it's a sentence, maybe it's just a word, for the year to come. What I really want to focus on, what I really want to change in my life. I always am such a big advocate for setting new goals, setting new intentions, reflecting, seeing where you are, seeing where you want to be, and just dreams. We got to have dreams. And birthdays are a great time to think about your dreams and what do you want that to look like? What do you want your reality to look like? And what do I want to build for myself in the coming year? So I choose a theme and a very specific intention, whether it's just one word, maybe it's a full sentence, and I'll write them down and keep them, usually in my journal. And then, on my next birthday, I can come back, I can look over my tarot reading, I can look over the journal entry I made on my birthday, the theme that I chose for myself, and I can see how the year went. How did it go? How did things change? What did I accomplish? What did I maybe not accomplish? There's always things that we succeed, and then some things we don't. Sometimes I set many intentions, and it's sometimes a lot to get through and accomplish in just one year. But I like to do that reflection from the year before, and then spend time with people that I love is something that I do on my birthday, usually. Though that's more a mundane thing, but there is magic in relationships and surrounding yourself with people that lift you up. So I'll include that as a final thing that I like to do on my birthday week. And yeah, those are some things I like to do. So I hope that those ideas maybe gave you some inspiration for your next birthday and for some magic that you might want to include when your birthday comes around. Like I said, leave your birthday in the comments for me. I would love to see it. Even just your zodiac sign, I'd love to know. And final messages. Let's see. Final messages. When it comes to your magical practice, your spiritual practice, when it comes to you as a person, your life in general, I mentioned in the beginning, embrace the journey, embrace growing and learning and evolving throughout the years. Embrace the lessons you've learned, your highs and your lows. All of these experiences are coming to you for a reason. It's all part of your plan, the divine timing for your life. And sometimes we can't always see it, but everything does happen for a reason. I believe that. And embrace your birthday. Celebrate you. That is what this day is for. It's a totally free day to unapologetically make it all about you. Do what you want to do. Do the magic you want to do, rituals you want to do. Eat what you want to eat that day. Feel gratitude for making it one more cycle around the sun. You're here, you did it, you survived. And like I said, that's to be celebrated. Life is hard. Life is not easy. And it's filled with a lot of ups and downs. And every birthday is that reminder to you that you made it. And you're here, you're still standing. Yeah, reflect on everything you've been through. Reflect on how far you've come. And feel proud of yourself. Your birthday's a day you should feel proud of yourself. And just remember, every single day, you are magic. And you are worth celebrating. So, go forth. Celebrate your birthday. Celebrate you, even if it's not your birthday. Have fun with it. I really hope after watching this, you are really looking forward to your next birthday, whenever it might be coming around. I thank you so much, if you're still watching, for being here with me. My sincere gratitude to you. I love doing these little chats, and I'm going to try and get one posted every week going forward. I will also leave my socials, my blog down below in case you want to check those out. And if self-love is something that you are really into right now and want to have a little bit more self-love magic in your life, I do have my next edition of my Wholesome Circles Spellbook coming out, which is a subscription newsletter. Comes out twice a month, comes with downloads and resources. Each one has a different theme. And my May 15th edition, the theme is self-love and confidence. So if that sounds interesting, I'll link that down below as well. If the video resonated with you and you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me, it really helps the channel. And I am sending you so much love, so many blessings for a magical week ahead. Until next time, friend.